Okay, so I'm coming back with another Eclipse run. We are going back to the Huntress. I've been having some struggles with Bandit and Railgunner after what I think is the hardest Eclipse, Eclipse 6, where you have minus gold. Um, they're both on Eclipse 7 right now, and I'm losing on 7, but I've been struggling since 6. So I'm putting Bandit and Railgunner on the shelf for now. And I was going back to other characters. I did a laid back Acrid run because I missed Acrid. That ended up lasting like 7 hours before I got bored and killed the Void monster. And I tried playing Rex. Rex, even when you have a good build, the damage is just not there. I don't know how you're supposed to play him. And then I decided, hey, I haven't played Huntress in a while. She's got nice little feet. Let's go ahead and play her. I just now realized how weird that feet comment was. Please ignore. So yeah, I started playing her. I can't tell if I'm sprinting or not. This is sprinting, okay. So yes, played her. This is my first run on her in a long time. And it's going pretty well. Huntress's early game is fucking dog shit. Especially on Eclipse. You really struggle until you start to get some items. But when you get items, you scale so well that it doesn't matter that your early game is shit. So there's a lot of times where I just have to run away. Like if I'm fighting the clay gunners, those guys I just straight up run away from because I do not damage them fast enough. And you have some options on Huntress. Most people go the triple blink. I do not like the triple blink. I like the solo dash a little bit more because it gets you out of danger. A lot of the times you die because you are in the thick of things. And the triple dash keeps you in the thick of things. You can triple dash out, like use all 3 charges to try and get out. But it doesn't really solve the problem. If you dash out with regular Huntress, the problem has been solved. You are fucking gone. And another thing, another real big struggle of Eclipse, especially with the newer maps, is map mobility. You just can't get to whatever you need to go to fast enough. You're just too slow at maneuvering the map and you end up losing a lot of time for it. This dash allows you so much map mobility that it's kind of insane. You are one of the best movers of the map. I gotta activate Winks here to not die. That was a sticky situation. I was hoping he was gonna hammer slam during my blink through him, but he held off. Wings is a very underrated item. It's very weird to get used to. They've changed how it works. I don't like mashing spacebar all the time, but wings are a really good item, so kinda gotta get used to them, to be honest. They really are just that good. I really want to press R, but I'm scared that he's going to hammer slam, so waited to press R until it was safe. We zip out of there because I want nothing to do with that. It's actually pretty risky to be fighting him unless my wings are up. And if my wings are up, I can just kind of go crazy. So everything I'm doing here is really risky. I could just get popped real fast and just die. Thankfully we have decent healing, and we also have Opal. Opal helps a lot. Really, Mithrix, you're gonna do me like that. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, I need to get out of the center before I die to the choppers. And I need to save my control for if a chopper starts shooting me. One weird thing about Huntress is that because your attacks require the lock-on, you can't really shoot shurikens from long range. Melee classes like Acrid do really well with shurikens because it gives you a ranged option that you can use like relatively. Like if you watch my last video of Monsoon Madness with Acrid, I fought the final boss using nothing but shurikens and acid. I never once meleeed him because you just have so much safety in using shurikens, and you have so many shurikens. Like, it actually just straight up replaces your auto attack if you need it to. I do not like this spot. I'm getting the fuck out of here. But Huntress, even though like she has a ranged attack, she can't use ranged shurikens without clicking her R, because you need a lock on to M1 and you need an M1 to shoot shurikens. So while as Acrid right now, I could actually fight these guys with my melee. I can't fight them with my ranged attack on Huntress, and it's just a really weird phenomenon. It's interesting design. Shurikens are the best item they added, by far. It's just so... Well, I have to describe what I mean by best. Best as in, like, adding something new to the game. Shurikens adds a whole new... It opens up so many options, and it's a really unique, cool item. I love it. But I should talk more about Huntress. Very slow early game. If you can survive past the first 3 stages and get a decent build out of it, not be too slow behind the clock, you're probably going to be pretty good. That's what happened this run. First 3 stages went pretty well. They're all really slow, which is kind of expected on Huntress because you just straight up can't fight things. There's a lot of times where you just run away and hide. Again, like if you run into the clay machine gunners, you run away, you hide, you abuse cover. Even with Tesla Coil, they straight up kill me in a 1v1. It's just, your damage is just not there. You really need to scale. But if you can get past those stages, if you can survive long enough for your scaling to matter, you become a god. It's not even close how much of a god you are. You just are a god. Get me the fuck out of here. Okay, I have a lot of safety fighting him with wings, and I have almost no safety fighting him without wings. So I'm going to wait up here until I have decent wing cooldown. The downside to this is that he gets to do that. He gets to go to the center of the map and do his whirly-durly, and maybe do some whirly-durly checks pretty uncontested. Like right there, I just lost the whirly-durly check. If you lose 2 of those, you die. Thankfully, Opal helps a lot. I'm gonna be forced to run away because of the roly-poly. It's kind of sad. But again, you can kind of see it. Like, I've got a good build going right now. Like, I'm low on crit, which is my main stat. But even without the crit, this is normally a pretty decent build. Actually, a really good build. I just lack the damage. Huntress needs to scale. Oh. So scary. Just abusing wings, pretending I'm Artificer. I don't know how my ballista hit there, but it did. Okay, I gotta touch ground to reset my wings, otherwise it will kill me. And I'm just gonna dash behind Mithrix to safety. Get hit by the whirly-durly. Oh god, get me the fuck out. There's starting to be too many projectiles on the screen for me to actually play. I'm about to have to go kill all the mobs. Especially when they keep summoning mobs. Okay, this is really scary because there's too many mobs for me to get hit by a whirly-durly and still live. Thankfully, we live all of that, and we get the fuck out. Oh my god, so much. So much crap. The question is, do I focus on Mithrix because he's so low, or do I kill the mobs because I need the mobs cleaned out? Such a hard choice. Oh, fuck me. I did not want another whirly-durly check. Not with all the mobs still alive. Cool. Keep running. Keep... Okay. We're alive, but we have no wings right now, so it's scary as fuck. And it's like Mithrix knows I have no wings, because he is fucking swinging. Okay, don't underestimate wings, boys and girls. It's a very powerful item. Without wings, I lose that every time. I lose that every time without wings. Okay, if he hits me with Shuriken, I die to Vance, like immediately. So we're gonna play this slow. We're gonna play this real nice and slow. I do not want to get hit by Shuriken double band with like crowbar activated. I could probably live it now because I have my opal. But oh no, I had opal before we took opal, so I have a little bit of safety. If I got hit, it wouldn't be an auto lose because of opal. Opal also hard carried me this fight. It saved me from whirly-durly twice. If you get hit with whirly-durly, you go down to health gate, like immediately, and then the slow, you probably end up dying minions or to another whirly-durly or to Mithrix swinging at you afterwards. You're just so weak and vulnerable. Without excessive healing, whirly-durly usually kills you, but the addition of opal and safer spaces makes the whirly-durly much more manageable. In fact, all of the new items do really well against Mithrix. Any of the void items, most of them are very single target focused, looking at you polyloots, turning one of the best items into the game into the best item in the game. And then you get stuff like safer spaces and the void shrimp, void kept flame. A lot of things are just really solid against single targets. Mocha's another really good example of just like really good items to have against Mithrix. Hell, the alternate bleed, the needle tick. Needle tick is very good against Mithrix. All the new items are great against Mithrix. So it's really nice to see that. I think I like all of the new items. Regenerative Scrap is the only one I'm a little iffy about because it's absolutely useless on Eclipse runs. But if you look at my Monsoon Madness video, the one right before this one, Um, you can see how ridiculous regenerative scrap is in a looping build. It's it's really silly that it can be used in cauldrons. But yeah, this is a pretty cozy Huntress run. We survived the first 3 stages, we came out of it with decent builds, and we're allowed to just play our end game like we want to. Just run away, kite around, and kill things. They'll die eventually. And we're super late to the run. I mean, we're at 53 minutes right now. That's longer than I would like it to be. I would like for the game to be done and over with at 45 at the latest. That's ideal. I mean, 60 minutes makes sense if you have to do the final stage. But you guys saw, I skipped the final stage. This isn't me doing a final stage. This is me saving, like, I don't know, 10 minutes at least by skipping the final stage. At least 10 minutes. Way more than 10 minutes, actually. You have to think, like, maybe with bad pillar RNG, maybe 5 minutes of pillar. So that's 20 minutes maybe on the final stage. Again, on high Eclipse, when like things force you to run away from your pillar because your teleporter zone is too small and your enemies are really strong and you're probably not so strong. But yeah, a really slow run because Huntress just has a slow start. But again, yeah, no, she makes up for it in the fact that she scales so well. I don't have much crit, but if I had a lot of crit, I'd be doing like quadruple the damage. All of my items scale with each other. Crit scales your items, and your crit's going to scale your attack speed and your healing and everything else. And well, as soon as you get crit and some other items, some like baseline items on this character, you just pop the fuck off. No character scales like this. Like Railgunner is a perfect example of a character that starts off really strong, but scales like dog shit. And then you have some interesting ones like Acrid. Acrid starts off the game extremely... I don't think there's a single character that's as strong as Acrid in a early game. You can make an argument for... oh, those explosions are beautiful. You can make an argument for Loader being the strongest early game, but I would disagree and say that Acrid is just the strongest early game character. But then she sort of like lulls out in the mid game. Like most items don't really do much for her except like let her poison things easier. Things like gasoline and will-o-wisps and bleed. All these things help bleed kill. And you eventually like start rolling up. But even then, like you don't really have that much single target damage. But then all of a sudden on Acrid, you just hit a point. You hit like a crucial mass where like your poison's starting to kill people, and all of a sudden you just pop off. Like things are just dying and you don't know why they're dying. And your HP bar is massive, your healing is massive, you do your job safely, and so she left yearning for her next great hunts. You do your job safely because you can just poison things from so far away, and you don't really have to go in unless you want to go in, especially the shurikens. And Acrid's really cozy. Acrid's probably the best character, I'm not even going to lie. Like a lot of people don't like Acrid, and a lot of people don't like Artificer. But for Eclipse runs, Artificer is probably the best character, and overall, I'd say Acrid is the best character. You can make an argument for Huntress. If you say Huntress is the best character, I understand. Yeah, a lot of safety, a lot of damage, a lot of scaling, right? When you get to the mid and late game, it's easy. So it's easy to have like ridiculous runs with Huntress, especially again if you get crit, because that's what she scales with. Everything of hers scales off of crit. And yeah. Anyways, I've rambled for far too much. That's Eclipse 6 on Huntress. I'll come back to you guys in the next few days for Eclipse 7. And then we'll have another one for the books. Before I sign off, I want to show you guys our progress. Commando Eclipse 2, Huntress Eclipse 7, Bandit Eclipse 7, Multi Eclipse 2, Engineer, fuck this character. Artificer is Eclipse 8, you only celebrate in the light because I allow it. Fuck you, I am never doing Eclipse 8, that's just not going to happen, I don't hate myself. Mercenary is Eclipse 8. You only celebrate in the light because I allow it. Rex, fuck this character about as much as Engineer. Loader, I used to really like Loader, but ever since they added Mithrix, I fucking hate Loader versus Mithrix fight. It is the most annoying hot trash that I've ever experienced in my life, so fuck doing Eclipse with Loader. I'm down for like some casual runs with Loader, but fuck Eclipse on Loader. Acrid, you only celebrate in the light because I allow it. That's right, Good Girl is the best character. Um, Best early game, you can deal with poison and sort of build around killing mobs through the mid game. And like, it's going to be a bit of a struggle against certain things, especially with some of the new bosses. I'm looking at you, Alloy Worship, or not Alloy Worship Unit, the Z Construct. Fuck you and not having a collision hitbox. I can never hit you because I dash at you and I hit nothing. It's the most annoying things. Please add collision hitboxes to Beetle Queen, to Z Construct, and to the Lunar Chimera tanks. Please, for the love of God, give them collision boxes. It drives me insane. Oh, and then once you do get to Mithrix, you just poison Mithrix and run away. LOL, it's that easy. Um, Captain, Eclipse 2. Railgunner, Eclipse 7. And Void Fiend, Eclipse 4. I thought I had Eclipse Fiend higher, but I don't know. I sort of grew out of the Void Fiend phase. It was neat at first, but kind of a boring character, and I don't like the healing anti-synergy. Um, it's not for me. Yeah, I don't know. It's getting your build started is very annoying on Void Fiend, and on Eclipse, you're not really going to be looping, so you're not really going to be enjoying like your well curated build. You're really just working with what the game gives you. So I don't. I'm not the biggest fan of Void Fiend. It has a phenomenal early game. You have like insane healing, and if you play around your transform correctly, you can just insta kill teleporter bosses. It gets a little risky on some of them because you have to be so close. If like wisps or blind pests spawn around you as you're trying to insta kill the boss, it gets pretty dicey. But very strong early game, and anybody who has a strong early game and does well against Mithrix is pretty good on Eclipse. I don't know, I find him very boring, and I find it very awkward trying to curate my build. So, not so much a fan. Railgunner, I'm down with. Again, probably scales like absolute dog shit, but very solid character with very solid flaws. Like, like if you ignore the flaws of every champion, like let's say that none of the survivors have any flaws, Railgunner is the best fucking character in the game by far. If you if people have no strengths, they only have their flaws, Railgunner is the weakest in the cast by fucking far. So, fun character. I'm not sure if it's well or poorly designed, depends on who you asked, but I've been enjoying it. Again, I've been struggling real hard with the golds, minus 20% gold. It means you're 20% slower, you have 20% less items, everything's stronger. The cooldowns, I don't feel like it's hurting me that bad, but I mean, it's what I'm stuck on. It's the same thing I'm stuck on with Bandit. Gold drops hurts Bandit just as much as hurt Mercenary. Bandit and Mercenary really like to start off strong and like keep that momentum going into the game, and like have a strong early start so you can stay ahead of the clock, and you being ahead of the clock is your power. But as soon as you hit the minus 20% gold drops, like god damn, you cannot get ahead of the clock as fast as you want to. Acrid can still kind of get ahead of the clock. Like it feels bad. Like the minus 50% healing hurts Acrid a lot, but you're strong enough that you can still get ahead of the clock and like keep your scaling up. But Bandit and Mercenary, man, they struggle. As soon as you get to Eclipse 6, it's a struggle. But anyways, this was about Huntress. Huntress is now Eclipse 7. Pretty easy run. I started with Tesla coils, so I mean, And yeah, easy run, you know. I've had a mocha printer on stage 2 with a scrapper, so I turned all my junk items into mocha, and mocha plus Tesla coil made it a pretty cozy run, despite the fact that, okay, guys, we're on stage 2. We have like 10 items in total. One of them is a Tesla coil, and 4 of them are mocha. And there is a clay minigun guy. You know the guy I'm talking about. Real annoying. He has a minigun. If you get too close to him, he splats you with oil and pushes you back. Um, Absolute menace because he just does so much damage. Yeah, that guy. Huntress with Tesla coil and 4 mochas early into the game loses a 1v1 against that guy. Not even fucking close. He just demolishes your asshole. Doesn't matter how many abilities you use, you fucking lose that fight. So early game is painful, especially on Eclipse when again you're slowed down. This enemy cold drops slows you down. So it's painful, and the painful parts are more exaggerated and they last longer. But if you can get past that, Huntress just blows everything out of the water. And I know there's some people who say that Blink is just absolutely useless compared to Phase Blink. And I gotta say, I disagree. If you have to play smarter with Blink because you only have one, right? You can waste a Phase Blink or two and still be okay in a lot of situations. But regular Blink, like it, when you are in danger, you get out of the danger so much more efficiently, and it allows you to travel the map really, really efficiently. It's it's very nice having the regular Blink. I wish I once Phase Blink was got its buff to movement, where they let movement speed apply to dashes, Phase Blink became usable again. And ever since that happened, I use nothing but Phase Blink. But God, I'm glad I went back to regular Blink because oh, it is nice. It is really nice. It's almost as good as Acrid Caustic Leap, which is insane because Acrid, again, everything about Acrid I think is just ridiculous. And yes, play Bite Acrid. Just do Bite Acrid. Look at the keywords on this. Slayer deals up to 3 times damage against low health enemies, and regenerative, heal 5% of your maximum health. Like, just just jump on people and use bite. Like it's that. If you land up against some early flying pests, it's a little scary. You have to know how to like leap on top of pests and kill them like that. But yeah, it's iffy. But use Acrid, use Ravenous Bite. I'm telling you, just run at things and 1, 2, 3 auto into bites. Every third hit is regenerative and deals 400% damage. Just run up to things, hit them 3 times, and bite them. You will win. Just do, and like later in the game, just press R. Get a Lyset cell and just press R. R will kill things for you. It's that easy. But yeah, just play Acrid, you'll win the game. Acrid's OP. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Peace.